Hello and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon, the Busan Pocket campaign. Right now we're getting attacked in Yuchang again. They have a pretty significant force coming at us. A lot of tanks, no infantry, and then some support vehicles, where we have some very light infantry here, a decent amount of anti-air due to bringing in an anti-air unit, some support vehicles, and then some older M48 tanks. This is going to be a tough one. We don't have a lot of forces to hold this sector. So my strategy here is I have a decent force watching this road to Namgang with some logistics behind it, a few units back here to prevent them from sneaking up behind them, and I've got a force of M48s that I'm going to try to backdoor into Daegu. Some forward deployed units here to try to intercept some early assaults, and my main line of defense is around this town. I've got some M36s in reserve. Let's see how this goes. Let's slow this down so we can unload everyone as quickly as possible. And see if we can hold on. I'm going to speed this up to just slow instead of very slow. And looks like we're doing some damage to these forces coming at us. We only need 893 points to win, so it's not, outside the realm of possibility that we can do enough damage to hold on. The trouble is going to be the next assault, because we are just about out of forces here. Let's move this tank up, see if we can get some additional shots on this convoy coming in. I am losing some of my tow vehicles, but that's kind of expected. They've got light armor, they're slow to fire. All right, so first wave was defeated. Got to see where else they are now. I'm guessing now they're going to shift over to attacking from Namgang, but I don't know. Start bringing in some reinforcements, the little bit I've got. I guess I can speed this up. Wait until we see something happen. Got the points, just not the units to call. All right, now we see the beginning of another assault trying to cross the bridge. They took out another tow vehicle. It's tough. They've just got a lot of those cheap anti-tank guns. And they're going to knock out my tow vehicles pretty quickly. Hoping that having actual tanks and some cover in the forest here is going to help me, but it's far from guaranteed. I've got some tanks I can bring up for support. We are running a little low on points, so I've got to watch myself here. I'm actually going to pull my command vehicle back just to make sure I don't lose it. All right, let's pull back into this forest. And let's get out of here while I've got some time. Do have my reinforcements up at Delta now. And it's becoming a points fight. It's whether who's going to lose their points first. They've got about a 200 point advantage on me. And wow, they're got some shots bouncing. I was hoping to see a few more hits with all the fire I've got here. There we go. Finally doing some damage. If they had artillery coming at me, this would be a big problem. My forces are so concentrated. All right, we just wrecked that column, and we're now even. All these tanks I have are firing into them, advancing on the road. And we now have a 100-point advantage. So let's speed it up again and see where they move next. Remember when I said it would be a problem if they had artillery? Well, we now have a problem. They're smoking me off, so I'm thinking that means that they're coming at me again. I'm going to spread out a little bit just to make sure I'm not completely vulnerable if they start firing actual shells at me. Like that. So yep, good thing we're getting out of there. I called it though with the artillery. Oh, they got one of my tanks. And that unfortunately means they saw where I am. So I wouldn't be super surprised if that leads to some more artillery strikes on me. They're just going to keep pounding that spot, it looks like. I'll let them do it. All right, we found another advance. Let's make sure they don't hit my command vehicle. ATSs, so a basic anti-tank vehicle. And I could actually use some supply. Let's see. What do we have left? They're outranging my M36s, so I'm going to back up. Let's see, yep. They're coming at me. It looks like they're going at Busan, so I'm in a good spot to hold this. Let's actually pull my tanks back into this forested area. Wish I had something better than M48s. Looks like they're still going the same direction. I was a little worried they'd turn south and take out my command vehicles there. They have basically no anti-air, I think, in this deck. It would be great if I had planes. Oh, they're turning south. Exactly what I had feared. I need to make sure my command vehicle gets out. Kicking it up to fast again. And the ATS can actually outrange my regular tanks. So that's not good. Now, hopefully a tank on the move can make it a little more challenging. I think my tanks were better armored, but probably not much. I wouldn't count on winning this gun battle. Yeah, we lost one. They still haven't lost anyone. Oof, that was rough. Let's see if I can hit them with some toes. There's one down. Oh, and they got my command vehicle too. That's rough. How many rounds do you have left? Not enough. Oh, and they do have some anti-infantry capability. And we're all out of anti-tank rounds. If I lose this, 114 points left. I don't know. I don't know if I can hold on. I'm trying to think of what I can use to take out those ATSs. How many tow vehicles do I have left? Just one. One tow. I'll send that forward. See if I can maybe snipe them. This last guy is not going to last long. I'm going to wait until maybe they come into this forest. I'm hoping I'll be able to hide for a little bit. And that's 60 points coming at me. Ooh, miss. Got one. Let's actually hide a little deeper in the forest. Stay hidden. This is really coming down to it. I don't want to get pushed back. I don't want to lose my tow carrier either. These guys proved to be more of a problem than I would have expected. Just because of their range. Let's see who hits. All right. 33 points. I think their main tanks are 25 points. Their anti-tank guns are 30 points. But I've got 84 to give. These guys have 3 missiles left. Let's see what we can find. Speeding it up a little bit. I'd like a victory, but if this somehow carries on for another 6 minutes without anything, I'll take a draw in this case. All right, so we managed to make it through there. They didn't send anyone else, so it ended in a draw. We lost a decent number of tanks, but they lost an entire anti-tank convoy, all of their ATGM and anti-tank guns, decent number of tanks. They've got no infantry left, so they're in rough shape, those units that were facing us down. So we have U.S. General Headquarters. We have the U.S. fleet inbound. They want to land in Seoul and cut off the supply lines before day 10. And we just have to hold on to Busan. All right, so we just have to hold on there. Let's see what we've got. Let's move all of these U.S. forces in. Looking at what they have here, decent amount of anti-air. T-55s, not too worried about it. A lot of infantry and some artillery there, plus some A-5 anti-ship planes. Looking at what we can land. We've got to hold the Busan perimeter. That's not optional. We'll need some reinforcements down here because these guys are just beat up. Wonder if there's anything I can send over. These K1s are vital. I'm pretty thinly stretched here as far as what I can send to help. I don't have a lot. It'll be mostly air power that I can really reinforce with. So let's look at this northern landing. And once we control this, we'll be able to bring in some more troops. We got prowlers, which are going to be very important. And then phantoms for air superiority. Just a few OHP frigates. And let's see, anything we got some serious armor we can deploy once we get that soul secured. We've got multi-rolls and some corsairs. Let's bring in the corsairs. I think we need that air power to take soul. Now that I think about it, there's really not a reason to hold these three areas. We can withdraw and just hold on to Busan. That'll allow us to concentrate our forces, have the maximum amount of stuff available. We can refit units that are not in good shape. Right? I mean, it does give us no breathing room to retreat, but I'll take it, I think. I think this makes sense. I could regret this. Let's see. So let's get started in Seoul. Let's see how this attack goes. We have a lot of units, and so do they. They've got 7,900 points. We have 8,200 points. We're going to be doing a landing here. So it might be tough to get a good setup. We have to take Bravo. And then to get a lot of these non-naval areas, we've got to take units. We've got to take one of these three areas. Yunnan makes the most sense, but it might be hard to take because they can hide support units all the way back in here. Let's see how it goes. See what we can do. So my plan is to land some tanks in the open area over here. So my main infantry assault is going to go right for this town. So I've got some cover, and I've got 2 support vessels for fire support, and for air support, I've got an interceptor, a bomber, and a prowler to suppress their air defenses. Let's see how this goes. Let's get those over. Let's get these guys moving toward the shore here. Just a recon chopper. And then, all right, so we've got our first target. Got a lot of, wow. Got a lot of fire coming in. Let's make sure our bomber gets some of that taken care of. And I did lose the bomber. It's kind of expected. And let's see, we should be able to start hitting some stuff. But that's a lot of fire they've got coming at us. Let's see how quickly we can get in this town. I'm hoping that all of the fire here from the prowler or from the corsair will get them suppressed enough that we can make it into the town. Once we get into the town, I'll feel a lot better. And we've got the really solid grenade launchers on these vehicles, so we can start to suppress anything that pops up. I think we've got a foothold here. Let's make sure we get a command unit in so we can claim this. We've got infantry. So we've got our foothold. Now we need to make sure that we can somehow push forward into Yunnan. So no radar AA has popped up. Let's keep moving forward. We'll need to think about another command unit to, oh, we need some anti-air. That's a lot of gunships. And now they have a, some anti-air too. So we need to get our Phantom out of there. It's absolutely not what we needed. Let's see what I can do against these gunships. Not much right now. Support, we can bring in an Avenger, but I don't have a way to get it to shore. What kind of helicopters do I have? Any with the... Yeah, so these have anti-air missiles on them. Might be able to bring these up. It's only 2 of them. Let's see. We can bring in a Prowler to start to suppress that air defense. Let's do that. And then for actual anti-air, I wonder if I bring in another frigate, how much do those cost? 165. Do have a command unit coming in slowly, but they're coming in. They must have the radar turned off on that. So now they're calling in artillery. Got to get on the move here. Let's get another frigate right up into shore for anti-air cover. And it looks like these are just uncovered transports here. M60 is not a great tank, but it'll do. Bushmaster plus our M60 should be able to take these out. We'll stop so they can get some better shots on. All right, we lost our lav. What do I got for infantry? Nothing for that can take out air. Let's actually get our other frigate over there as quick as possible. Because these gunships are going to be a major problem. Wonder if I can buzz them with a Phantom. Yeah, I need to get this frigate in closer to shore. And that's a lot of anti-air, so I'm going to get the Phantom out. No, I'm not going to get the Phantom out. It's just going to die. So I think I need a lot more infantry and just to push through. Challenge is it takes forever and a day for them to get there. I wonder what I could have done better on the initial landing to move faster. Hopefully the LVTPs are going to bear the brunt of it and keep the Shilkas off my infantry. I've got 100 points, not entirely sure what to do with it. Let's see if I can get this frigate in a little closer. Let's see, there we go. Now we've got some fire coming in from the frigate. I'll call in a supply ship for the frigate as well. There we go. We're starting to sink these guys. They are dropping real quick. Those SAMs on the frigate are doing what we needed. That's the cover I needed. Let's get those commanders in cover there. Call my prowler back in. See if we can spot that radar AA that's been giving us trouble. And now at least we have cover. Ideally, at least some cover against these units advancing here. Starting to do some damage. I like having that gun available. There we go. They're knocking out some of these units advancing. Maybe not as quick as I'd like, but still a lot of fire, still keeping them suppressed. Actually, that's doing a decent job of knocking them out. And it's got a lot of ammo too, so that should last. All right, so we've got Bravo captured now. If we can hold off this wave, we need to get enough units in here to push forward and to capture Yonad. I think that's our best bet. There we go. I've got him perfectly lined up to hold on this street. Starting to get some tanks called in too. That will be able to back us up. I think I'm going to wait until I've got the next command unit ready to make a push. There we go. Got another one in sight. And here comes the fire from our ship. Our small unit's doing work on them too. Let's advance these Marines up a few buildings. I think that frigate's about as far up as it'll go. We've got this monitor here. Oh, we can fire on them. Why was it not? I wonder if it's treated like an artillery unit, so it's not going to just fire on its own. I wonder if there's something here with backing up from shore that's preventing it from firing. There we go. The fire from the ship should keep these guys at least suppressed, ideally. There we go. We got a little fire coming in. It's only 105 millimeter, but I'll take it. Well, there we go. Some direct hits there, cutting down the infantry. And we have our infantry and their machine guns doing well. Let's see what else we can bring in. We just need to get our infantry up here and be able to capture that area. I think I'm going to call it a helicopter. We'll see. I'm hoping it survives. That we can get enough fire down range to keep it alive. There we go. Now I've got some fire coming from our tanks. Do have helicopters coming in. But our next helicopter we call in, that should be on its way, that has anti-air capabilities, should help us out. And there we go. We've got a lot of Marines here providing fire support, so their infantry advancing in the open doesn't have much of a chance. How do we regroup? Maybe I can't.
Yes, sir.
All right, I think we're ready to make a push.
What can the infantry do for
Start moving up.
Speed up, driver.
And where? There are my FSVs. We'll get them moving.
Changing position. Start the engine.
There we go. Just a few Korean Marines, North Korean Marines. We will be able to deal with them pretty well. And then it's making sure our commander makes it over there alive.
What are your orders, sir?
And once we capture this, we can start to bring in some regular units from the north side. And that'll be big for us to just hold it. Now their infantry is getting a bit close, and my infantry is not there yet. Ah, there we go. We got the FSVs in. That's going to do a lot to suppress them. We needed that. And where's my other command unit? Okay. I think I'm going to get them moving. I want them to be there and be able to settle in. Let's see, what do I have that I can call in quick? I guess I can bring in my helicopter. Let's see if he can hit this helicopter and get out. Hopefully before the SAMs get it. These Marines are taking a lot of fire here. Where is my command unit? There we go. They're almost there. My Cobra should be helping to hold this road. And anything they're bringing in is going to take a lot of fire coming down this road. All right. So now I have my command unit in place. We need to hunt theirs. I'm going to send 2 helicopters in to do that. Plus I have a platoon of tanks. We're just going to go for the back and go straight for it. See if we can hunt it down. Bring in some more air cover. We've got recon choppers, but that's about it. I'm going to start bringing in more Marines, but it's going to take a while. They're not quick. I could also bring in some SEALs. That they should help me track these guys down. They can move quick. Just got to move since they've found my tank with artillery. And let's see, we've got the Marines coming in. We've got the Huey coming in. We've got our tanks on the move. We'll find them. If we can find them in the next 2 minutes, that'll be gigantic.
Advancing to coordinates.
Because once we find their command unit, we'll have this captured. We can use this land bridge to start calling in some of our own stuff. Cargo trucks. Not what I need to find.
Heading to given grid reference.
But we're at least keeping them busy. Okay, a fob. It's good to know. Can't tell what anything is. There we go. All right, let's go bullet time here. We need to take advantage of this while we've got it. Let's get tanks coming in the top. We need an Avenger right away to help support our air defense. Some more FSVs. What else? What else? I think that's really it. And then we can use Marines to take this by land so they get here quicker. We'll back up these helicopters. And let's get these, there we go, look at that. Beautiful. These are just regular machine guns firing at my helicopters, so I'm not too worried about it. As soon as they get up onto land, they're cooked. There we go, we held off this assault.
Got something for me?
We are now in a good position. We've got troops here to hold on if they try to push back at us. We got tanks in place. It's looking good. And with only 30 seconds left, not a moment too soon. So now we've consolidated. We've got a really good beachhead. And I think for the next phase, we shouldn't have a problem pushing through. They've taken some heavy losses. We took some losses too. No doubt about that one. But I think theirs were worse. And we will... I don't know if we'll really have much we can call in and support. See, we killed 2,800. We lost 770. So yeah, that was a pretty good ratio for us. Did lose some tanks, lost a plane, lost some transports, but overall not terrible. Infantry, our infantry is intact, so we're good there. And I think we'll be okay to take this out next time. So thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and next time we will continue retaking Seoul. Have a good one.